And good morning, everybody. So I tend to stash the host, and I have my co-host Tiny Whales,
Hi.
Cat,
Hello.
and Firefox or Firefrost.
Hi.
So butchered your name. I'm so sorry about that. And today we have our guest, which is Mogsy Pogsy.
Hello.
And welcome to Behind the Streams. So Mogsy, you're our first episode and our first guest. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So we kind of start doing this to kind of get a better view of the streamers that are on Foxy's videos, and so that way viewers can kind of get to know you a little better. So I guess first question would be, what got you started into streaming?
I wanted to stream for the longest time. I used to stream on a site called Blog TV way back in the day, and I made a lot of good friends doing it. So I don't know, one day I was just like, hey, I'm gonna start streaming. I'm gonna stop being such a little scaredy cat, because of course when you start streaming you think no one's gonna watch me, no one, but I finally just decided to do it, and I'm really glad I did.
Okay. Guys, you guys can chime in and ask anything. Just kind of progress.
yeah,
Don't make me talk the whole time.
By the way, anybody who's joined in currently, feel free to ask questions in the podcast chat.
Yeah, if we just so anyone that knows that's not going to be watching the podcast right now or listening to it, we do have a podcast chat in Foxy's Discord. So that way you can jump in and ask questions to any of the streamers that we have. Foxy's Discord, I may post a link in the description. Everything's going to be posted onto an app that's available across all devices called Anchor. Mogsy, what was your first stream, I guess? What was your original idea for streaming?
I knew I wanted to stream VR chat, to be completely honest with you, but I didn't have a computer that was capable of even running VR chat desktop mode. But the very first thing I started streaming was Final Fantasy X.
Final Fantasy X.
Yeah, I love Final Fantasy X so much. It's my favorite game.
So Farhead's asking, how did you learn about Foxy?
It was kind of funny because when I don't know, Batty just kind of started sending my clips everywhere, and then he's like, oh my god, you're in a Foxy video. I'm like, who's Foxy? So I watched his videos and I was like, oh, that's weird and amazing at the same time. I didn't know he was sending my clips anywhere.
For those of you that don't know, Batty is Mogsy's husband, and today is their anniversary, so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So what got you initially started into doing? You do some crazy stuff on your streams. For those that haven't watched Mogsy's streams or seen any clips of hers, I do highly recommend giving her a follow at twitch.tv/MogsyPogsy's. So what brings you some of these weird ideas and avatars that you make while you're doing this?
I don't know. I'm just a really weird person. I'm like, how far can I push it? Oh, I'm gonna make a nurse with a weird looking baby on it. See how people react.
Yeah. Sorry?
Just being myself. I don't know. I'm a weird person. I like pushing boundaries and stuff.
Well,
sorry. I was gonna ask a question that came up. Where did Mogsy come from? The moniker, the name.
I'm obsessed. Anyone that knows me knows I'm obsessed with Moogles, and I used to play Final Fantasy 14, which is the MMO. And in Heavensward, there's a new area called the Mog Home, and there was you'd never talk to this Moogle. You can't talk to this Moogle, but her name was Mogsy, and I was like, I am in love with you. It literally could have been any other of the Moogles' names, because there's Mogto and stuff like that. But I fell in love with Mogsy, so I actually changed my name in game to Mogsy Pogsy. That's where it came from.
And it just kind of stuck.
Yeah.
Tails, Firefrost, y'all have anything y'all want to ask or add on to the conversation?
What streamers did you watch before you actually got into streaming yourself?
Before I started streaming, I watched a lot of. I watched Stealth, mainly because of Nuts. To be 100% honest with you, I would say Nuts is one of my really big role models. I don't know if you guys know this, but I met Nuts and I couldn't even speak to her. I just made noises, and it was the greatest first impression ever. Not really.
It seems like it. Seems like it.
I couldn't even speak. I was shaking so bad. But I watched Stealth, Poke, Whoops, all of them.
Okay. Farhana, he changed his name, was asking, has the VR chat community given you any good vibes about the game VR chat?
Oh yeah, no, most definitely. There's a lot of really nice, kind people on there. I've met a bunch of really good friends that I can see myself being friends with for a while. I mean, of course, you're gonna get toxic people too, but that's with any game that has a lot of people on it.
There's the cool people, and then there's them.
Yeah.
And there's the other half.
Tiny, do you have anything you want to add? You're being awfully quiet back there.
I'm just kind of trying to feel it out and let you guys talk. Think of questions.
Okay.
This is the first episode, so it's going to be incredibly awkward. While we all find our bearings and stuff like that. As is the deal with most first episodes of any podcast. It's just, incredible awkwardness for an hour or two, and then, we just stop the podcast and cry. Yeah, and we're just we're never gonna get a viewer base or something like that, and then it picks up anyway, so they're like, how did this happen?
Mogsy, we have another question for you from artist. I'm gonna butcher your name so bad. Reinhardt. Okay, so Reinhardt, what was it like when you started your first stream?
Oh, my first stream, I was so nervous. It took me I want to say an hour to actually mentally prepare myself, because I don't know, I'm like everybody else, I'm scared it wasn't gonna go well.
And now you're up to what, almost 1,000 followers?
770.
Oh wow, you're getting there.
I honestly never thought I would get more than 100 followers.
Okay. Well, I mean, you've grown a lot since you started, obviously. It must have been a real struggle to get where you are now.
Oh yeah, definitely. I started in January, so with me being where I'm at right now, it's honestly incredible and crazy.
January of this year?
Yeah, I started in January this year. Actually,
fast, actually.
Holy cow!
Yeah,
this year you're already 700.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People like Mogsy.
Well, I mean, if you haven't seen one of Mogsy's streams, there's quite a few people that stream with her and are in Mogsy's community that are very supportive of her, and I'm also grateful to be in that community because Mogsy's an amazing person.
Thank you.
Guitar Redneck, I can't speak right now. Guitar the Redneck's asking, what do you love to do? So what is something you like to do?
Other than the stereotypical answer of playing video games, I really like playing the ukulele, actually. I haven't had time to restring it in a while, so I haven't played in a minute, but yeah, I like making joke songs on it.
Mogsy playing the ukulele, I'd be very interested in seeing.
It's such a beautiful sight. No, I can't play very well.
Let's see here. Do we have any other questions from you guys, or anybody?
I got a question.
Oh,
okay.
Question.
What would you want to tell people that want to try their hand at streaming?
don't be afraid. Like, don't doubt yourself. Just do it. You never know what's gonna happen. You know, like you can be the next Poke if you know, like just don't. I don't know. Be yourself. Like, just do it. Don't be afraid to do it.
We can't ask that.
We can't ask that, Pika Sage. For those that don't know, for those that are going to be listening or watching this later on a different app, we can have this chat going, and there's just rules that we have that are going on.
Yeah, later on, we might, we're not sure about the setup currently, start live streaming it if your base gets big, and it doesn't really support what we're doing right now, but as of now, the small following, this will work.
Yeah. So I guess I'm trying to think of what to ask and what would be okay to not be too awkward. But this is the first episode, so we do apologize to everybody that's listening right now.
Well, I do like Reinhardt's question. Do you have any game companies or series that you would want to be part of, like as a sponsor or something like that?
It's never gonna happen, but Square Enix. I love everything that they've put out, to be honest with you.
I'm a big fan of CD Projekt Red, so that would be really fun. I've always wanted to try my hand at voice acting and stuff like that again. So being able to...
For the longest time, I wanted to be a voice actress, but I can only do the generic little girl voice. I can't do anything else.
Well,
I think it takes a lot of practice. It really does. I've been doing this sort of thing for maybe 12 years now. It was back since I was like really young, and I started doing amateur stuff. And I've never really gotten around to doing anything semi-professionally. Writing, picked up editing and stuff like that. But other than that, voice acting is just like any other skill. You have to hone it, and you have to practice it every day, and it's just a fun thing that you can do while you're washing dishes and stuff. And you're like, oh, I'll do a little accent here and there.
Let's.
Yeah, basically just do it anywhere you can. Because voice acting is difficult, even for like the smaller roles. Like I've done voice acting once, and that was for an NPC in Destiny. I played an NPC getting attacked in Destiny. And that was even difficult because I just had to scream and just go, "Help, Guardian, help!"
We have 2 questions for Mogsy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that second one. I don't like that second one.
So we have what is your take on the Ugandan knuckles, and then would you consider yourself a weeb?
Okay, the knuckles. I actually think the Ugandan knuckles are cute, but at the same time, I honestly hate when there's a bunch of them being like, "Do you know the way?" Like, can it just be one? If it's one, I'm fine with it. I think you're adorable, but you should just let that meme die. And for the weeb thing, I'm a closeted weeb. I don't like sharing that I really like anime.
You have to keep your anime body pillows hidden away.
Definitely.
When people come over, you're like, I
gotta hide like all the pillows and posters in my closet. Like,
hide everything.
You heard it here, guys. Mogsy has a closet full of stuff.
If you ever knock on our door, you will hear a lot of shuffling.
Oh yeah, definitely like posters ripping off the walls and like lots of them.
Zone, everybody has a body pillow of Foxy, alright? Let's get that.
Yeah, I think everybody has a closet body pillow of Foxy somewhere.
I'd probably buy a plushie of that.
Buy a plushie.
A pillow pet. A Foxy pillow pet.
For those that are going to be listening to this later, we do record this on a Discord channel, which is Foxy Galaxy, who is one of the largest growing servers I've seen or had the pleasure of moderate so far. I think within like a week we hit over 1,000 people, and then like we're slowly growing to almost 2,000, I believe.
Yeah, I think Foxy would be able to check. 1.4 thousand people. Jesus Christ! Like I've seen big big Discords and stuff like that, and being a part of them usually is incredibly hectic. But this server's pretty not hectic in comparison. It's you can actually talk to people and interact with the community really easily here, versus other places where I've been in where it's been 24 hours of clustery nonsense.
Yeah.
So, Mogsy, is there anything that you would like to say to the people that are listening right now, or something for anyone that's maybe just thinking about streaming but not really getting into it, or something, some piece of equipment that you'd recommend that they use or something?
It all just depends on what they want to stream. Like, I would definitely suggest getting a good microphone. Like, I started off with just a terrible headset microphone. I would just do it. Like, don't second guess yourself. If you want to stream and if you only get like one viewer, it doesn't matter as long as you're having fun. Like, that's why I started streaming. It was to have fun and like meet people, you know, like get out of your comfort zone.
What is your favorite thing to do in VR chat by Psychosis?
When I'm streaming or when I'm not streaming?
Let's start with let's start with while you're streaming.
While I'm streaming, it would probably be just going up to random people and saying weird things and like seeing what they're gonna say. When I'm not streaming, probably crawling on the ground.
What?
Being really weird. You know, getting on panty shots.
Oh
no.
Now, because I have to ask this because it has been, because in one of the, I want to say early videos, you have another streamer, Burning Seas, getting panty shots. Someone asked him how much memory does he have held up with that. So how much space do you have of VR panty shots?
I honestly don't know. I would have to go look.
How many terabytes? How many hard drives are kicking around?
I'm not that crazy. I'm not as crazy as Burning Sea, to be completely honest with you. He like goes up to everyone and does it. I'm like select people.
Let's get a call out here. Let's see. Who amongst all the streamers that you've met is your favorite to watch and partake in the community, stuff like that?
I would have to say I am pressure.
Especially with the few streamers that we have in here right now.
Yeah. That's why I asked it. That's why I asked it. Answer the question. Who's your favorite?
Under the fire.
I would have to say. Oh my god, this is so hard because I don't upset anyone.
Well, let's just say this first for everyone that's in here. I would say for me to say for Mogsy, from hanging out with her and stuff, I would have to say Nuts is probably one of her big ones.
Oh yeah, definitely Nuts. But
We can't be guitar. We can't ask that.
I would. Oh man, you don't understand. Like for the longest time when I was watching like the VR chat clips and stuff, like clip compilations and stuff of Nuts and stuff, I was always like, I want to be Nuts as Nuts. Like this sounds so wrong, but like I feel like I am. Like I'm like her fucking version. You know? It's terrible. But out of everyone I've met, I would have to say. I don't want anyone to get offended, but have you guys met Shinakami VR? Like he's like the nicest person I've ever met. Like he has such a big heart. And he's helped me meet a lot of people, like Tess, Out on Fire, a lot of fucking people, and he's just such a nice person.
Okay.
Psyche, no, I love you.
So I'm really liking this is the first episode, like we said. I'm liking the response that we're getting and all the people that are showing up.
Yeah.
really makes me
It's
feel
actually
good.
a bigger turnout than I thought to start with.
Well, I mean, we do have the Mogsy Pogsy in here, and for
Yeah,
those of
of
you
course.
that don't know, she does Twitch. She also has a YouTube channel that she also streams to. Mogsy, do you have like any social media outlets people can kind of follow you to see what you got up and going on?
Yeah, I have Twitter and I also have Instagram, which is Mogsy Pogsy. Like DA in my name for both of them.
Actually, Pegasage just came out with a really interesting discussion topic. James Ski recently came out with a video, it might have been recently, that he spoke about compilation videos being bad for the community. And I just wanted to bring that up because I do think it's an interesting topic to talk about. I wouldn't
Well,
say
I don't think they're bad for the community because that gives you, like, say someone doesn't know who they want to watch on Twitch or doesn't know what's going on with the VR chat community. The compilation videos kind of shows you the more interesting stuff that happens, in my opinion.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of compilation stuff on YouTube and stuff like that, and I understand the stipulation and the trepidation directed towards them, but YouTubers like Foxy and stuff like that, they ask, and usually it's from Twitch streamers and streamers in general that don't really post their stuff to YouTube. I believe I could be incorrect in that assumption, but a lot of streamers I feel don't always post their stuff directly to YouTube and stuff like that. And kind of, if they're not doing that, it's a good way for people who didn't see anything to see like a highlight reel of what they missed during a particular streaming.
What's your opinion on this, Mogsy?
If anything, honestly, Foxy's clips of me being in them, like, it's helped me grow so much. I don't think it's hard on the community. I think it supports, like, smaller people and bigger people, you know what I mean? Like, I don't see why it's an issue.
It's kind of like, say someone hops on Twitch, the chances of them finding something like Foxy's video clips and stuff that have the same quality and same diversity of people, just hopping on Twitch, you wouldn't find that because it's kind of something you'd have to find 5 or 6 streamers at the same time to see the content all at once. But at Foxy, it's several different streamers all at one time, so that way they can get a better view of the community that's there.
I think the big thing is the difference of medium, actually, because YouTube videos and stuff like that generally tend to be much shorter and much more condensed in their topics and their content. But with Twitch and stuff like that, it's very actually difficult to find a lot of people specifically that you're looking for. It's kind of weird how Twitch communities grow and stuff like that, and I find it really interesting. And YouTube is just kind of an entirely different beast, and the content's entirely different and stuff like that, especially with compilation streams. It isn't just the taking of other people's material and stuff like that. It's helping other people grow and condensing down the material that people do want to see to help spread the word on their channels and stuff like that. And I've actually found several streams. I actually found Mogsy from one of Foxy's Foxy's videos. Yeah.
So, here's a question. Do you think VR chat has taken over the scene in virtual reality community? I don't think so. I think it's kind of just, it may be a popular thing for VR just to go talk with people, but I don't think it's gonna be like a major flood. I don't know, although I'm not one that's personally in there. Mogsy, what do you think? Because like you're in there almost every other day. Like you get to see new people come in and out and leave. And
I wouldn't really say it's taken over the VR like community, but because I mean people play like Beat Saber, you know, and like Arizona Sunshine and all that stuff. Sorry, my phone just went on. Forgot to mute it. But at the same time, what people don't understand is when you're streaming VR chat, like, you have to constantly be funny or come up with content, you know, because, like, it's literally just a chat, like, place, you know. So I wouldn't really say it took over.
You just think it's more of like the playground in the school kind of thing?
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
I mean, I was going to say, if anything, it's kind of a nice introduction to getting people that aren't used to VR into VR.
Oh, definitely. It's a generally good community that you can kind of throw yourself into wholeheartedly, and you don't even really need to say stuff when you're in the rooms and stuff like that. And I think that's why a lot of people generally tend to like it. Like Mogsy said, you don't have to be funny all the time. And a lot of times when you're hanging out with your friends or you're hanging out with fellow streamers and whatnot, that really helps with your portrayal of any content or your entertainment media. Because usually streaming with other people can be a little bit cumbersome, but generally speaking, the reason people do it is it's fun, and a lot of the times it's just you don't have to be funny all the time. Other people can pick up the slack and stuff like that, and it becomes much easier for you to be relaxed and give people a better experience.
Exactly. Like, I've met a couple people who have said that VR chats actually help them with their anxiety of talking to people, like, in the real world and stuff. So if anything, I think it's helping, like, so much.
Sorry, for those that you don't know, Farhead just like it's a play pretend for everyone. So like, for those of you that haven't seen the VR chat, which I don't see that being any reasonable conclusion or possibility, Mogsy has one avatar where she's a nurse, and Mogsy, if you want to explain a little bit about that avatar.
Okay,
No?
So I made a nurse that has a syringe full of, I don't know. I have an empty prescription bottle, and then I also have a baby, like a nude baby that has dynamic bones everywhere. So when you move your hand, it like flops everywhere. So it's kind of messed up and morbid, but I either feed the baby to people or I like pull it out of them, like, congratulations, you're a mom. Or I smack people with it.
It's just something that, like, it happens in the VR chat community for everybody to go out and have fun and be weird. It's kind of like you're in the safety of your own home, so you know you can be weird, and it's also the internet, so really not a whole bunch is going to be backlash to you.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't think anyone even second guesses like, if I did that in real life, if I had like a doll baby or something smacking people with it, I'm pretty sure people are like, what is wrong with this chick?
Well, that's actually one of my favorite topics of discussion, the difference between virtual reality and actual reality, the interactions between people online and offline. It's a really interesting difference between the two, mainly because I think that interactions online, you're a lot more free to express yourself, and people generally tend to either be a lot more accepting or a lot more kind of, at least not understanding, what would be the word? Oh, like, mellow with the stuff. Like, they don't get freaked out by things as easily as as if something were to happen in real life.
Oh no, yeah, I completely agree with that.
And you find people who are
that's
like
because
you
my
as well.
That's because my mic is garbage soup.
What was that, Firefrost?
Also, when like online, you can meet people who are like you more than, because you like in life you can go around for so many years not finding someone that likes the same stuff as you, but you go online, you find tons of people. Like, you'll never be on your own basically with the internet and stuff.
That's not true. I'm pretty sure Mogsy's jumped into plenty empty worlds where nobody's been at.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm talking about also like the Discord and stuff as well, like VR chat. Like in VR chat, it's like you can talk as well as this, and Discord is like you do that too, without like seeing each other though.
I think my favorite thing about VR chat recently that I've kind of discovered, it might not be a revelation for some people, is the difference in communities and the community interaction between YouTubers now and streamers and whatnot. Because all you have to do is like be a semi-famous streamer and stuff like that, and if you hop on VR chat, you can actually interact on a virtual face-to-face basis with some of your fans. And sometimes that works out for better or for worse, but it means that the communities surrounding YouTubers, streamers, and other content creators has gotten a lot closer. It's a more closer-knit community, I think, than it used to be, where it was just kind of like this, only comments were the only way to interact with your, like, comments and emails, rather. And now it's just you can actually interact with them on an individual basis and stuff like that. And I think that means a lot more to the fans, and it gives a kind of better feeling for the content creators. That they can see the people that it affects and like see the people that enjoy their content. Like Mogsy, how do you feel when like you meet fans and stuff like that in VR chat?
It makes me feel wonderful, honestly. Like, kind of like shy. I guess I kind of feel like shy because like I wouldn't consider myself famous. So when people come up to me like, oh my god, you're Mogsy Pogsy, I'm like, yeah, what up? Like, I treat them like I would anyone else, you know?
Speaking of running into fans and stuff, didn't you have like a real life IRL incident where somebody came up and talked to you?
Oh, word?
I think, I don't know, was it Mogsy? Didn't you say you had somebody come up and ask if you were Mogsy Pogsy?
No.
No,
Whoops.
I'm
Wrong person, I think.
sorry, I've only had one cup of coffee this morning.
No, you're
My
okay.
mind's not fully there.
Well, I want to answer this question. Since you said you were a secret weeb, can I ask you what your favorite one is? I'm gonna be lame and say Cowboy Bebop.
Oh no.
Cowboy Bebop. I don't think I've seen that.
Oh,
You've never
I have.
seen
It's a really good anime. But it's kind of I think a lot of the good animes, something like Cowboy Bebop and I believe Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, are really good. Not starter animes, because that makes it seem like talking down on them. They're really good animes for people who want to get into anime but aren't really sure where to start, because they have a really, really good grasp of story writing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I have to disagree.
Really?
I would say Naruto for that.
I don't even like Naruto.
Uh,
I think I started out watching what was it? Someone here recommended it. Foxy actually recommended me a few animes, and I started watching those. And I don't think Naruto wasn't on that list. There was a few things on that list.
I wouldn't suggest Naruto to start off with either, because it's got a lot of arcs and it's got a million episodes, and that's not really great for starting off.
I would say
So
watch
it's like-
Nana.
Nana.
Yeah.
I watched. So I started Tokyo Ghoul, which I thought is an actually pretty interesting one for starting off.
No, I generally prefer the manga over the anime, and in Tokyo Ghoul's specific case, there are some that I prefer the anime over. But like Tokyo Ghoul has a really interesting and currently really long story already, and the anime is also really good. I'm not talking down on the anime. I just prefer the manga.
Okay. Hero Academia is a good one too. I just saw that popped up.
Oh yeah, My Hero Academia is easily one of my favorite animes right now.
I think my first anime was Ouran High School Host Club.
Oh, I love Host Club!
Oh man, I feel a little weird saying this. Like I feel like I'm telling my age a little bit, but my first anime that I watched and really generally enjoyed was Sailor Moon. I watched that on TV when it was coming out.
You know, I just recently rewatched Sailor Moon, and I was like, why was she my role model? Like, she's such a whiny little baby about everything.
Listen, but Tuxedo Mask.
He wasn't mean. He was so mean.
I actually think he would be considered a stalker.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah.
See, Sailor Moon and like Naruto and stuff like that to me, because I grew up with it more than I did with like they weren't animes to me, they were cartoons.
I think that's how most of us were growing up. 'Cause, like, for those that don't know, like when I think me, Mogsy, and my cat were growing up, it was not considered anime. It was just considered a cartoon. And now that this generation has gone on to more diversity of what they're showing, it's kind of now you got your separations of here's American style cartoons and animation, and here's the Japanese style.
Oh, I love Ghibli. My car is actually named Gigi.
What is Ghibli?
Studio Ghibli.
Studio.
Oh, okay. That's the movie that last one we watched, right?
Yeah, we watched Kiki.
For those that don't know, Mogsy's Discord is completely different. She does a movie night every so often, and it's very. I've come to enjoy watching some of the stuff that they show. Trying to think of
anime.
We watched some really weird movies. It's very diverse of what we watched. Like I think one night we watched oh my god, why can't I speak? And then we watched like Howl's Moving Castle, and then the other day we watched Super, which is I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's pretty much making fun of like superheroes in a sense.
I was gonna say, when it comes to movies and stuff like that, I'm a particular connoisseur of incredibly bad horror movies.
Oh the terrible ones are my favorite.
I recently watched one called Amusement, and boy howdy, is that not a horrible movie. It's
horror films.
Oh no, this is like F-rated. This is oof. This is oh god, nothing in it makes sense. It's just like, look at how scary I am, but everybody's just like, his laugh's stupid. Why is
That's like whenever I'm scrolling through TV, I see Tremors pop on, and I have to watch that every time it's on TV.
Listen, Tremors is a national treasure, and I will not have that bad mouth.
Mogsy, have you seen Tremors yet?
No, I actually haven't. I'm gonna look it up.
Oh my goodness, it is a hidden gem if I ever seen one.
Tremors is basically it's a story about these giant worms that attack by the vibrations in the ground, and it is, I think, what, a 4-part movie series.
I believe.
It is just the most B-rated movie you can ever watch.
You know what they say.
5 movies. Midnight says there's 5 movies out.
5?
I've only seen 4.
I missed one. Oh no!
But yes, Mogsy, if you ever want to see a B-rated movie that's just out there,
it is
really.
Yeah,
well, you know what they say. If you walk without rhythm, you won't attract the worm.
There was a question a while back that if I've ever met like an impersonator of myself on VR chat. No, I haven't. I wouldn't say I'm that big yet to where I'm gonna have
it's time to get me some better internet.
Don't crash on us now.
I know people have asked me to like put on like Nuts' avatar and act like her, but like I know I think that really bugs most bigger streamers is if like you try to impersonate them. I feel like they think you're making fun of them.
Pika, I actually really like this. It's a really funny. Literally never heard of Mogsy. Explain who she is in one word. Mogsy, explain yourself in one word.
Crazy.
Intimidating.
I'm intimidating?
No, not even slightly.
I would have to say entertaining. Just because every time I'm around Mogsy, there's always something new and exciting going on. So that's why I would say that.
I'm really just like Pika Sage's answer.
What was Pikachu? That's 2 words. That's 2 words. That's disqualified.
I think I would just say caring, because I haven't ever actually like voice chatted with you, but every time you've been in chat and just like talking to people, you always seem to have this kind of aura of like you actually care what people are saying to you.
I don't think you know the real Mogsy then.
No, I do.
Going back to what I said before, the intimidating thing, there is one topic that we could talk about that definitely makes Mogsy seem really intimidating, one that we're not going to talk about on the podcast. But
yeah,
what was the thing we mentioned yesterday?
Mogsy knows exactly.
No. I will go on for like 30 minutes about it. Like, no.
DM me what it is.
No, okay, hold on. Do not.
Definitely one of my triggers.
DMs.
Don't.
The only reason why I said I'm crazy is because
Don't.
like,
Psychocious, stop it.
Oh my gosh.
Don't even slightly get it started. We want to have at least.
If any of you mentioning something bad, you're getting the fish.
Getting the fish.
Okay.
Oh god.
Don't threaten people with the fish.
Don't bring it up on the podcast because people don't know what the fish is, and we have a lot of people that are going to listen to it.
So many messages asking what it is.
I'm going to get DM'd and I'll be like, I can't show you this.
I can't in good conscience show you this.
I can't ruin you like this.
because I don't. It's not. I'm not nervous that I'm talking to you. It's the weirdest thing ever, too. Like,
It's stage fright. It's stage fright.
No, yeah, it's not even that. Like, I've met Poke. I actually told Poke to shut up. And, like, I talked to Kappa and, like, a bunch of other streamers, and I can talk to them like normal people. But, like, when it came to Nuts, I don't know. I think it was just because, like, Nuts is, like, one of my biggest, like, inspirations. Like, I don't know, man. I couldn't form words.
It's also due to the fact that you have a massive crush on her.
Yeah, that too.
But who doesn't have a crush on some streamer somewhere?
I don't. I don't have a crush on any streamer because Foxy doesn't stream.
No. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, to be honest with you, like when Nuts came in the room, Poke was with her, and I didn't even know it was Poke. I just told him to shut up because he was making fun of me. I told him to F off. And I was like, oh wait, that was Poke. Oops. Like,
he's a person too. He can take it.
Oh no, I know, and like that's what people keep telling me, like, oh, don't be afraid, like she's just a normal person. Like I get that, but like I can't. I don't know. It's weird.
In your mind, she's higher than that.
Exactly, yeah. It's like, I try to explain it to someone, it's like meeting your favorite, like, band member or, you know, singer or something.
I think that's also something else VR chat has helped with. Like I said before, it built the community so now that it's closer than ever. It's also kind of humanized a lot of the idols and stuff like that we've had. Where it's just like before, it's just like, oh, I'd never be able to talk to the Mogsy. Oh, that's insane. But then you just hop on VR chat and Mogsy's there, getting upskirts.
Yes. Oh, it's so funny. Actually, Psych sending me leg trackers and waist, so I'm getting full body.
Nice.
So like, if you guys ever meet me in VR chat, I'm probably gonna be like laying on the ground doing something weird or something. Yeah, or like humping people or something weird.
Oh no!
I bet you're gonna kick me.
I might do that. I actually, if I try to kick someone, I'll probably fall on my face.
I don't know if they don't really have the collision in VR yet, which I think would be an amazing thing to add in there if they added collision.
Collision would be incredibly difficult to program into VR chat. And it'll like just thinking about it, it feels like it would be nightmarish. First of all, everybody would have to, like, all models would have to kind of include collision.
That is true, because then
like collision with each other, not just with themselves. Like, oh, I've got collision with my hair and stuff like that, so it doesn't clip through my body. No, it's got. Oh god. Just thinking about it is horrifying.
Yeah, this is making me think about like two people running at each other and their just bodies going. Bleh.
Well, yeah, that and also
Flinging.
because there's no physical feedback. It would just freak out. The physics would just destroy themselves. Like if people pressed into each other.
You'd shoot across the world.
Here's another question for Mogsy, guys. Mogsy, would you play Rochambeau in VR chat?
Rochambeau.
Me speaky broken today. I'm sorry.
Oh no! Don't play Rochambeau ever.
If you want to see me do it, I will do it.
Oh no!
Honestly, like if you guys have any games or anything you want me to play, like I don't care. It could be like the worst game ever, and I make fun of it playing it. You know.
You explain what Rochambeau is. That's an excellent question because I am.
You don't know what Rochambeau is? I don't want to talk about Rochambeau.
I don't think
ever
I've
want to
ever
talk
played.
about. No, you'd know.
Playing.
You'd know.
Do I? Like I know rock paper scissors, but I don't
I'm sure
think I
I
know
probably know, but I
Rochambeau.
don't know it by name.
Is it possible to play Roblox in VR? I just saw someone say like Roblox. I was like, that's the first thing that came to my head because we're on VR.
Yeah,
I know
Show
you
VR
can
as
do
well.
Minecraft in the
Yeah,
VR.
I actually have Minecraft VR.
Oh,
Like you can play
Mogsy
Payday 2 as well.
Oh,
apparently.
Yeah, we did Minecraft.
it was not a big thing.
Well, no, I mean like it's a lot better than the actual game itself, but it gets boring after a while.
Roblox VR is possible. I would hope
Also-
so, given what Roblox is.
But like, would you really want to mix the Roblox community with the VR
No.
community?
Never.
They already have.
No, I don't. Oh god. Yes.
You
but-
already got Bonfire doing it.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, just think about like, I understand the age limit for Roblox. They say is at least 13, and then
Yeah.
it will kind of just be like a weird 16. I thought it was 13 because that's like the average age of people that are usually playing something that involves Legos. So that'd be
Excuse
like
me,
mixing
Roblox
13.
is much
20
more high
something.
class than Lego.
It's like Mega
Oh,
Bloks.
Yeah, Mega Bloks, my dude.
what do you think, Mogsy? Roblox VR?
No, I will stay away from that.
You would just get a lot of people
I'm
screaming,
good.
"Why my pee hurts?" That's all you would get.
Oh goodness, yeah, that's true. You'd get some pretty weird stuff.
None of it constructive to the community.
Yeah,
You
that would
someday
be.
you'll just get a foot walking around.
This is my avatar for it. Little
What,
Lego
man?
people.
Speaking of avatars, if you guys have any ideas of what to make, I will literally make whatever. I'm running out of ideas.
I was actually
Yeah.
thinking something with an interesting body shape for a certain model, like a drider or something. Which is, oh my god, I'm gonna sound really nerdy here, but if you guys don't know what a drider is, it's the half spider people. The bottom half of like a spider centaur.
Like the thing from Monster Day, I forgot what it's called.
Oh yeah, sure.
Just letting you guys know, I think we might have broken the recording bot.
Oh no!
Oh gosh,
No,
no.
it's still recording. It just shot me another message saying it's recording again.
Oh, it's probably
Maybe-
it's gonna take 2 files.
Yeah, maybe it like lapsed. It can only record a certain number of minutes.
Maybe
6 hours is what it says.
Can someone make a VR chat? Just make a Dalek with cat ears and a tail.
I believe.
Mogsy, there you go. There's a challenge for you.
I just want the shark. I want a shark lady.
I actually have a model of my shark hoodie. It's so cute.
So you actually finished the model with the shark hoodie girl?
Yeah, it's done.
Okay, so here's a question because we see it in Foxy's videos all the time. You have Pika Sage and Tails and Minicam all got pointed out as being Foxy, and I think there was a while ago someone said Mogsy possibly Foxy.
I am Foxy. Confirm.
There's another one.
So
that's why Foxy's just muted in the chat right now.
Yeah. Foxy, how do you feel about Mogsy being you?
Oh shit! Hold on, let me grab my phone.
We're all Foxy now.
Everybody's
We're
Foxy.
all Foxy now.
But yeah, that was something someone put up because it was like Mogsy, Foxy, Foxy, Mogsy. Their names are kind of close. But yeah, we're such a professional podcast.
Oh man, yeah. Everybody's wearing business suits, even though it's not a video cast.
Business suits, man. I need to put on some pants. Then.
Yeah, I'm so underdressed.
So am I.
He's wearing shorts on the top.
It's okay. I'm just wearing a tank top and nothing else.
Oh. Okay. Let's deviate from this topic. so E3 recently just released everything that came out. What are you looking forward to the most right now, Mogsy?
Devil May Cry 5.
Devil May Cry 5.
Yes. I am actually, to be honest with you, I haven't been following E3. Just because I was just waiting for everything to like be released, you know, so I could just read what's coming out. No, I know. I didn't know it was already done.
Final Fantasy, I think, is coming out with a new game, and Kingdom Hearts 3 was announced.
I'll wait for that.
Okay, I stand corrected. Kingdom Hearts 3. Because I love Kingdom Hearts.
I'm gonna wait for the new anime thing coming out. I can't remember what it's called. Team 5? No. That's not what it's called. What is it called? The one with Goku. Like the trailer was Goku, Naruto, Frieza, and Luffy.
Sai says, I can't wait for VR Chat 2 coming out.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited.
VR Chat 2. VR Chat 2. I'm actually looking forward to. Not many people. I hear not many people are looking into this. Red Dead Redemption 2.
They didn't show a release for that though. Not that I could see. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look.
They might have talked about it, but I heard from someone that they were thinking about releasing it in October or something like that. And I got legitimately hyped because I'm interested in cowboy and spaghetti westerns and that sort of thing because I'm nothing if not a huge nerd for everything history based.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That is an excellent question there. Mogsy, what do you think of Elder Scrolls 6 and Fallout 76? I don't know if you saw the release for those.
I kind of did. Fallout and I have like a love-hate relationship. I'm excited for Elder Scrolls because like I used to play Skyrim all the time, but I'm terrible when it comes to games. I like modding them and like making things pretty.
I mean, why else was Skyrim made than to be modded?
Exactly. Like
that's very true.
I used to play Sims all the time. Judge me if you want, but I wouldn't actually legit my game would take forever to load because I think I had like 2 gigs of custom content.
That's a familiar
it's
problem.
Terrible.
Yeah, it is.
And I would do the same thing with Skyrim too.
But like my thing is that Fallout 76 is just going to be mostly online play, is what it seems like they're trying to go towards.
Well, they said that there would be offline play, which I'm actually semi-concerned about because this might be an unpopular opinion and it might start some flames, but I don't like Fallout 4. I don't like Fallout 4 at all. They kind of dropped the ball a little bit for me, and them going this direction is kind of weird for me, mainly because it could end up really, really interesting because people have wanted multiplayer and Fallout games for a while, but considering what they did with Fallout 4, I'm not too enthralled. So
I'm more curious about how they're saying they took out most of the all the NPCs out of the original game. So everything's going to be like... Yeah, they stated in the video they're taking out all the NPCs. You're going to find your quest by the holotapes, and stuff like that. But my thing is like,
Why?
who-
Because the issue is then you're putting the burden of interaction on your players, and I'm sorry to say, but players in a Fallout game that's going to be like massively multiplayer, possibly, if it is massively multiplayer, it's going to end up being a battle royale scenario where it turns into DayZ, where people might afford you 3 seconds to drop your loot before they put you down. But the meaner of the sorts will just kill you immediately. It's just I don't see it as going monstrously well.
It sort of feels like it's going to like Rust.
Yeah, that I'm not. Then again, I've never been a monstrous fan of Rust and stuff like that. Battle Royale stuff and survival simulators have never really been my deal. I'm more of a single player game junkie. What about you, Mogsy?
I mean, I like single player games, but I also like multiple, like MMOs. Yeah.
you like the single player games, but you also like the option to interact with other players that have like the game like you do.
Exactly. Yeah. I've actually been looking for a good MMO to play for like a while.
If you want a good MMO for controls, not sponsored by the way, Black Desert is actually really, really fun to play. It's like they took the controls from a fighting game and put it in an MMO.
My only issue with Black Desert, because I was super hyped for that game and I got it when it came out, was the leveling gap. Like, you can't be in a team or a party with somebody that's 10 levels higher than you because you guys won't get XP, and it bugs me.
That seems like such a really narrow gap, because for people who don't know, for people who are listening and stuff like that, Black Desert leveling up is incredibly fast. You level up real fast in that game. So 10 levels is nothing. The difference between levels is not even that impressive. I don't even think the power level, like the power difference, is that impressive at 10 levels of difference.
To be honest with you, I'm completely shocked that I haven't gone back to Final Fantasy 14 because like we have like a love-hate relationship. Like, I played it from the very beginning. Like, not, I should say Brahma Porn, not like the original 14. But I'll play for like 6 months and I'll quit again. And then I'll come back and play for 6 months and I'll quit again. It's terrible.
I mean, I think we all have a game like a love-hate. Like, what was like Heavy Rain when that came out? I would play that for like an hour and then just be like, "This is stupid. Why am I shaking my controller like an idiot in front of a TV?"
To be honest, let's. I like shifting topics to like video game stuff. Mainly because I like talking about this stuff. But David Cage, is an incredibly interesting individual. He was the one that made things like Indigo Prophecy, or Fahrenheit, Heavy Rain, and Beyond Two Souls. And boy howdy, if he isn't striking out with every single pitch. Heavy Rain was the best of his games, in my opinion, and that's not saying much. It's Heavy Rain's an interesting game. I think that it had a lot of problems and stuff like that. And the other games, I'll say I laughed a lot at the games, but they were meant to be very dramatic, so I don't think that's what they wanted.
Is it sad that I've only played Heavy Rain by him? I don't know any of the other games you just listed off.
Let me put it like this: don't play those games unless like Indigo Prophecy. Oh my goodness, it is a laughably bad game. Not like bad mechanically, but the story it starts off like with a bit of intrigue, and I can get behind it. None of the characters are very likable, but it's a David Cage game, so I'm not very surprised by that. And then it turns into... Imagine a dramatization about cults and stuff like that, and the guy who murdered someone, only for it to turn into The Matrix. With backflipping onto helicopters and jumping over entire trains and whatnot.
Okay, well, we're getting to the end of our first episode here.
Really?
Yeah, it's been about an hour now. Is there anything that you would like to say to everybody, Mogsy, before we wrap everything up?
It's gonna be cheesy, but I just want to say thank you for all the support and everything. For like literally everything you guys do. Like I really appreciate you guys watching me and supporting me, and I love you guys.
We love you too, Mogsy. Thank you for being willing to join us, even though we had like massive scheduling issues doing this.
Oh no, thank you for having me. Like this was seriously like a big honor for me to be the first person.
Well, we had a talk about who we should do, and I thought you would be one of the good people to be the first few that we do. So I think that's pretty much it. Do any of my co-hosts have anything they want to say?
I just want to say that I'm just gonna first episode. Let's end on a call out. So Tenta Stash only wants me for my voice.
The Firefrost tail, Tiny, anything you want to say?
I'm just here to be the only woman.
Yeah.
You guys make me sound terrible.
Yeah, everybody call out Tenta Stash.
Our original name was about, what was it, like 3 guys, 2 girls?
Yeah.
Whoa. Actually, I believe Tiny Wells came up with the name for behind the stream. But that's going to be it for today. We do have a few other streamers that are willing to do this with us. So
Nice.
Keep an eye out for whenever we do an announcement. And if you are not listening to this live with everybody here, you can always go to the Anchor app that is on Android and iPhone and on your computer. So if you ever miss a stream, you're more than welcome to go and listen to us on there. But
And if you don't want to listen to us on there, well, that's too bad, because you won't be able to hear this.
I want to meet Forcible.
you want to meet Forcible?
Just and there, that's where we're ending. just like a cold ending. Just I want to meet Forcible, and that's
just. Oh, well,
It just ends it off very aggressively.
All right, so that's it, I guess.
Yeah, that's it.